Hi guys, and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Muckman action figure based on the very popular 80s 90s cartoon. Just to take a look at the box, this one does have a bit of box damage, hence why this guy is being cracked open and is going to be my display figure in the shop. But having a look at the box, you got the amazing artwork on the front, absolutely love it. You can see the Ninja Turtles in the background there, and you get Muckman there with his banana peel on his head and a cockroach and his little buddy there. On the sides you've got again the NECA and the Nickelodeon branding there, Ninja Turtles Muck Everlasting Volume 4. At the bottom you've got all the credit information, so the design and development team, sculpt and fabrication, the paint, the prototypes, the photography, the packaging and the illustrations. They're all there for you to look at, and you can see this was released originally in 2021, I guess 2021, Viacom NECA Real Toys. As the barcode, made in China of course, and again same, the other side is the same. On the back you've actually got like a little picture of from the anime, I'm guessing from one of the episodes of the animated series, and then you've got some posed photos there on the back. Typical NECA packaging for Ultimate figures. It's a flap held together by this little round dot of Velcro, which sometimes does actually come apart and get stuck, but most of the time it works quite well. And you've got a lovely photo there, product shot there, of Muckman with his little buddy. And you can see here that the figure itself is a nice 7-inch scale figure, 1/12 scale figure. The packaging, however, is quite tall. If you compare it to something like the Ninja Turtles, Baxter Stockman, or the Starlight, you can see it's quite a big, tall package, tall box. It's not because the figure is any bigger, it's more because obviously you have got the barrel, you've got like that toxic waste barrel at the bottom. So it's just because of the amount of accessories. Let's crack him open so you can take a closer look. So as usual, this NECA figure comes with these little elasticated ties to keep everything in place. So it will survive the shipping journey to you without any issues. So here is the NECA Ultimate Muckman figure out of his plastic prison and on display with the supplied accessories. The box that he comes with does actually come with a really nice cardboard backdrop of a sidewalk or street, as we call them here in the UK, with a sewer pipe and a window there. Don't know if you can just about make that out, but that can be used to great effect when you're displaying your figure. A couple of things to note. I've got to say, first off, I'm really impressed with the range of accessories and the detail of them. So we'll start off his hands. These are his kind of gripping hands. You can really see that they've put in a decent amount of work on the hands, so I'm really pleased with those. I'm a bit iffy about the mouthpiece, as in terms of how necessary it is to have a mouthpiece, but we do have a mouthpiece nonetheless. I'm guessing it'll be quite fiddly to swap out, but we'll see. I love the blaster. The blaster looks really cool. Again, a nice amount of detail on it. It just looks cool, doesn't it? It looks really cartoony, as it should do, bearing in mind this is obviously from a cartoon. We'll move on to the trash can again, the dustbin, we call them here in the UK. This again has a very cartoony aesthetic, trying to recapture the TV show's style. And I think they've done a decent job. It's nice and dented and kind of just, like a dented rubbish bin or trash can, as the Americans will call it. This is actually a very nicely put together figure. He has got movement in his head, although he's also got movement in his upper arms. Lower arms and legs are fixed, so those arms are the movable ones. So these ones at the bottom, and his legs are fixed. What I've found though is to stand him up, you will need to tilt this dude's head back a bit, because the weight of the head is what helps him stand up, I find. So there he is. And then you also get your canister of ooze or toxic waste, compound X7. I'm going to leave that sealed in case I do sell this figure off display, and in that case the new owner can use it if they wish. And then obviously onto the main event himself, Muckman. First thing that you'll notice is he actually comes with a figure display stand in the form of a manhole cover, which is really good. There is a bit of articulation, as you can see there, but that is very cool for a figure like this. just makes it easy and stable for you to pose him how you want. So that's a really nice little addition. The detail on this guy, as you'd expect, is phenomenal. You can see the cockroach on the top of his head as well as the banana peel. His skin looks all kind of gooey and oozy. There's like all kinds of lumps and bumps all over him. His top is like a plastic one. You can kind of move it around a little bit to reveal more detail, but it's like a rigid plastic, so it just goes back in place. And it looks really cool anyway. So you can see there the articulation in his other leg without the trash can base is pretty good. You've got like a nice little hinge there. You can twist it around quite nicely. I think I'll be definitely swapping out one of his open hands for one of the weapon holding hands so he can hold his blaster. And I've seen some cool photos. You can even have the way you can display this guy. There's a lot of different options. Holding the ooze. I like how the trash can fits onto his back, and then you can kind of use the you can just hook. There's a little slot in his back. The trash can hook into that slot like so. So it's like a backpack, and then his buddy Joe Eyeball can just perch himself in there, and you've got like he's giving him a lift, as it were. Overall, I have to say this is a fantastic figure, again, especially for the money. I'm selling this on our website for 20 quid. It's a lot of action figure for the money. Looks great, and it's one of those, again, figures that I think even if you're not into the Ninja Turtles, I think just the aesthetic, the colours, just as an action figure collector, I think you can definitely appreciate the work that's gone in on this, and I think it would just look great in anyone's action figure display. I've finally gotten the Muckman figure out on display on the shop, and I've got him displayed with his blaster pointing upwards. See, I've just put the alternate mouth on the barrel of goo that you get with him, and there's his alternate hands, and there's his buddy Joe Eyeball, who's just chilling with him, hanging outside of the trash can that's hooked onto Muckman's back. He really is an incredibly cool action figure. I think even if you're not into Ninja Turtles and you just like action figures that have got a bit of personality about them, something that pops on the shelf, you really can't go wrong with this, and I think it's an absolute steal at 20 quid. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.